Peace of the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast. Peace of the gang, peace of the gang. Welcome back to Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy BP alongside the Bishop.
Yes, sir.
And we're coming to you live from Bishop Bang Fitness Center. Live, suckers. Yo, today we have a wonderful guest.
All right.
She is a fashion a fashion designer. She's an entrepreneur.
Yes.
She's a seamstress. She's a model. She's a mother.
All right.
Yeah.
She is Laurealle Collins, owner of Gifted by Laurealle.
Right.
But before we get too deep with that, I want to do a quick vibe check and make sure everybody's cool today. So we're going to start with my boy Bishop.
Yo,
How we feeling today, my brother?
I'm feeling grand.
Feeling grand. Ooh, I like the grand.
I'm grand.
Yes, sir.
I'm grand.
Ooh, I like the grand. That
Yeah.
grand is hard right
I'm
there.
grand.
I'm going with that one. I like that.
Yes.
And Miss L'Oreal,
Yes.
how are you today?
I'm feeling good.
All
Real
right.
I'm
good.
feeling good.
Yeah.
Real good.
I'm feeling marvelous.
Marvelous,
Okay.
darling.
Her hair is spirits.
Is it popping?
Yes, it is. Like a bag of Cheetos.
Like a bag of
Yo,
Cheetos.
little kid said that to me. I was
Yes.
like, oh, yeah, it is.
Okay, we Cheetoing.
Cheeto,
I
and
it.
that's
I like
what's
it.
up.
I like it. I like
Well,
it.
it is a pleasure to have you
Yes.
here. You know what I mean?
Thank you
As
for
again,
having
as
me.
I said, Miss L'Oreal from Gifted by L'Oreal.
Yes.
So we have you here
Yes.
today on Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes.
You want to get some more insight on what's going on with Miss L'Oreal, what you got going on, what you got coming up in the future. Tell us a little background about yourself. What's going on with you, mama?
Background, you want background or you want to know what's
I
going
want
on
the
right
background. I want you to, I know it, but I want you to tell the people what's
Right.
going on.
So, I started designing. I always love fashion now. Always love fashion. If you know me, you already know.
Okay.
Been fly.
Okay.
Always knew how to put something together.
All right.
But growing up, you don't really hear people like being a designer in the
Okay.
hood. So I always love fashion, but I ain't never think, I could be a designer and that could be my, like, I ain't got to work for nobody.
Okay.
So I ran the streets, whatever. When I finally sat myself down, I went to a fashion show at the end of 2016.
Okay.
And that's when I saw, and I was like, yo, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
So January 2017, I started school at the Art Institute of Philadelphia.
Okay.
That was lit. Like, it really brought it out of me because being around, if you're an artist, being in your element with a whole bunch of people that's like you,
Right.
it gives you like way more freedom.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So I did that. They closed. I ended up going to Harcum, which is 20 minutes from Center City, Philly.
Okay.
COVID came, didn't
Shut
finish
down.
that. Right, but I kept going down.
Okay.
So that just made me end up going harder in the business aspect of it and trying to figure out, not having no guidance, you be having to figure everything on your own, trial and error.
Yes. Yes.
So that's pretty much what I did for the first few years, and then within like the past year or two, it started getting good.
Okay.
Like, I started figuring it out. It was like, oh, this is how I got to do it.
Right.
I started a model troupe. I started doing fashion shows. That's something that I started in the beginning, but the more you do, it gets better exposure
The more
for
you
you.
learn. Right.
Okay.
Started doing pop-ups. That's where the money's at if you just starting.
Okay.
You got pop. When you start, I say pop up everywhere. Take every pop up you can. All of them you
Okay.
ain't gonna make money and all that, but then you get it helps you figure
Okay.
out which ones you should accept and which ones you should
Right. Right.
like
right,
just
right.
not do to make your time worth it.
Mhm.
But basically, that's the overall quick story of like my journey.
Let me ask you a question. Because you said about the pop up. So let me ask you, because it takes a boldness to set out to do those things, to actually bring what you have and mix it in with all these other fashion designers. Like, you really gotta check yourself to know that you belong. Like, some
Right.
people get nervous or don't, like, they have talent but they stay hidden and in fear of what other people's going to say. And I don't think they realize, like, all artists, especially because you're an artist, you're designing clothes, you're giving people, it's your eye. It can't be
Right.
compared
Right.
to anything because
Right.
it's singled out to the individual.
That's
So
a
what would
fact.
you tell, what piece of advice would you give aspiring artists or a clothing designer about actually being strong enough or mentally tough enough to bring your clothes and actually pop up in those spots and actually sell amongst the other fashion designers?
I think that your first thought should be fuck what they think.
Okay.
Because sometimes people's first thought is what
Yes,
are they
yes.
thinking?
Oh, yes.
Right,
a lot
right.
of people like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, how are they gonna feel if I come out?
Yes.
Who's gonna like this? Who's
Yes.
not gonna like it?
Absolutely.
You just gotta go out and do it. Like with me, I can procrastinate,
Okay.
but I know the best thing for me is to do it and fuck up if that's what happens.
Okay.
Right,
And like
right.
just keep going. Like you learn from that. That's how you learn.
So is that like, was that easy for you the first time, or did you stumble upon, or did you already know that? Did you know like, okay, I'm gonna go out here and fail, but that's what's going to happen? Because some people don't know that's going to happen,
Right,
and they're
right.
scared of that. Like they don't even want to press out
Attempt
to
it,
do
yeah.
that. Yes.
Initially, I didn't think about failing.
Okay.
My first pop up, I had bracelets on the table. I wasn't doing clothes or nothing. These
Okay.
women had full stores set up, and I was like, oh shoot,
Okay.
this is what it's like. But I was
Okay.
like, shoot, I still got sales that day.
All right. So let me see, because I heard a lot of things. So you sold too?
Yes, that's like where it all started.
Okay.
I started teaching myself.
Oh, okay. You taught yourself how to sew.
Did you just have a sewing party the other day?
Yeah, sewing class. I taught a
Wait.
sewing class / get lit, turn up.
So wait. So you taught yourself how to sew?
So I started teaching myself at the end of 2016. I started school the beginning of 2017. Like after I went to that fashion show, I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. I started watching YouTube.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
I still watch YouTube for some
Yeah, I
stuff.
watch
The
YouTube
university,
for everything.
everything.
I love
Making a
YouTube.
dress shirt, go to
Listen,
YouTube.
yeah,
if you forget some
yeah.
little parts about the collar or something,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay.
And like that's my thing. Like I like to, but I like to be able to. That's something I might be changing up though, because I do custom orders.
Right.
And I was thinking about like not even accepting custom orders for a while and just creating, because when I started, I would be up at night. You know, like people go out at night. I used to be out at night.
Yeah.
But at that time, I started creating. I'll be up in the middle of the night just making all. And it was It was
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't have no limits. I was
Yeah.
doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
When you start taking orders and you start focusing on the money, it's like, damn, you don't even
Right.
really get
Throws
to
you off.
be free and just
Okay.
do it how you want to do it. It's like, dang,
Yes.
I gotta make it exactly like this. I can't get freaky with it and be like, let me throw this on there because this ain't what they asked
Right,
for.
right.
So I was thinking about just stopping that and then figuring out how I was just gonna market that and just let people know, like,
Okay.
What you
basically
see is
reach
what
a bigger
you get.
market because it's still gonna sell.
Right.
But yeah, like that's where the freedom of it is, and that's where you really, I feel like you flourish.
Okay. So like, because I got that's one of my questions. So one of my questions is, do you have a routine for your creative process? Like, so you said you like at night. Is that a thing that you do? Do you get your best work done at night? Is that
I don't really do it like that anymore.
Okay.
Because like I said, I took on the orders and stuff, so it's more focused in the daytime when my son go to school.
Okay.
But it's not really a process to it, because like I said, it'd be like a lot of custom orders, so I'm just focused on getting what they want done.
I'm talking about
I don't
for
really,
you.
for me, I don't really do it that much for me no more.
Okay.
Unless I'm making myself something quick to go to an event or something.
Okay.
Right.
So like, so when it comes to that, do you find garments and you put them together, or do you how does that work? How does a day of
Creating.
you getting
If I
dressed?
was.
Yes, if you was to step out and it was something in that quick process, what is that like?
I find a fabric that I like.
Okay.
I got a fabric right now that I'm waiting to make something with, which is probably going to be a bodysuit, because even though it's a hassle when you got to go to the bathroom, it is something easy to put on, and you can look good in it at any size as long as you know, pick the right pattern and stuff for your size and shape.
Okay. So let me.
I don't really.
So what do you? Because it's
start with a fabric.
Listen, because you're saying it like it's just it's nonchalant.
Yeah,
I just
listen.
get a piece of
She
fabric.
just pulled, it sounded like she pulling that joint out the
like,
sky, like,
listen, because,
grab the fabric,
I'm just
outfit.
bodysuit in an hour. I'm gonna be ready. I'm ready. Like
Here we go.
Yeah, kinda.
I gotta get dressed and make my outfit,
Yeah.
and I'll
Right,
be ready in an
right,
hour.
right.
Like,
I literally go to events. They'd be like, "Oh, I just made this today." They'd be like, "What?"
that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
so like,
listen.
how like.
She's
Because
cold.
sometimes I don't even have a lot of time to think. Like I'll be busy doing stuff, and I
Yeah.
wake up early in the morning. Like, all right, like some leggings and a little top is easy to make, but the fact that I'm making it out of a crazy ass fabric make it look like
Yes.
something.
Right.
So are you during your regular day? Are you looking at things? How like what? Take us through your eyes. What do you see when you're looking at being creative and being a clothing designer? Because I'm a trainer. I
Right.
look at fitness. I look at what people eat. Everything I watch from commercials, like, oh, they're showing too much food. They're doing this.
Right,
this,
right,
this.
right.
Like I evaluate life through fitness
Health.
lens. Yes, through health and wellness. So that's how I look at the world. So when you're like designing, like, are you critical of people, or do you be like, oh, she tried, and like, do Like, how is it?
I grew up in a family
That
of a
look.
bunch of kids where we just bust on each other. So I
Okay.
still be having my
Yeah.
little busts, but I wouldn't like try to hurt nobody.
Yeah, but I'm talking about to yourself, like, because like, do you like when you're
Oh,
out and
yeah.
about? Do you just look at things?
I be
and
wanting,
can
like,
do
I
that
be
for
wanting
you?
to look at people like, y'all just need to let me style you because y'all not doing it. A lot of people, I don't be feeling like be throwing it on. Like, it's a lot of like cut and paste. People are gonna get
Right.
stuff off the mannequin, or like
Whatever
they'll
they
wear
seen
stuff that
on
they
it.
know everybody's is wearing. Like, get them J's.
Right. So let me ask.
That's it. That's what they do.
So let me ask you this.
And
right?
I wear some Reeboks.
Right.
and
So let
kill
me
it.
right. So let me ask you because I look at it. So do you look at people because some people try, and you so do you? Can you tell the people that try and then the people that just don't give a damn, and then the people that just might not? Because see, like me, I wear what I want, but I be feeling like in my mind I'm established.
You drippy.
So I'm established regardless.
Yeah.
I'm talking about outside of the clothes.
Oh, yeah, word,
and I feel
word.
good about myself on
Right.
the inside, and I have like you can catch me in. I'm not gonna look unpresentable, but it's like I'm
You like the dress though, bro. So,
but it doesn't be
yeah.
what the normal people wear. That's why I respect.
Right,
people
like, I
that
can
go-
tell that you wear
I
what you
don't,
want.
Yeah, I don't need labels and all of that stuff.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
facts.
wear what
I feel like that's what
wanna
makes
wear.
it fashion.
What?
Because I see like some people there say, "Oh, that big girl don't look right." If we having a fashion show, and I see her walking and she got confidence,
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
confidence
come on.
runs everything.
Yes.
come on, because she over there skinny and she
Yes.
walking funny. Like,
Yes,
I'm not picking
absolutely,
her.
Absolutely.
They'll tell me, they be like, "Girl, don't do that face." I don't care if she walk and she walking all like this.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
no.
So what you're saying is confidence.
Yeah, that makes the
outfit.
look.
Yes.
Like, can't nobody tell you nothing. Can't nobody tell you nothing.
Okay.
Talk about
Like,
it.
I wear stuff and I know I'll be like, oh my God, I don't really want nobody looking at me, but I'm not about to tone it down.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
going to walk and they going to know that
Yeah.
this is what I'm wearing.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about how you feel about it.
Yeah.
yeah, you very turned up. So yeah, you ain't letting folks just
Some
talk
people will
crazy
be like,
to
oh
you.
my gosh, look at her. Like, people, even when I was in school and I was like, and we with artists, sometimes people would be looking like, why did she pick? Mind your business.
Yes.
Like, I
yes.
still know about designer and all of that.
Yeah.
But I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. It doesn't define.
It sure don't make me. I know how to go to Burlington and shop. I know how to go to Gabe's and fix the holes in the clothes and shop.
I be sitting there putting I be like, I be
store?
trying to speak for men, but I be like, can I speak for that? Because I be like thinking like, men don't give a damn, but
Nah,
don't
dude.
think
Some
so.
men get
What you
dressed,
mean?
but
I'm
Like,
talking
to not
about
get
watch
dressed?
women's labels.
Oh no, we don't care about that.
Yeah, like,
yeah, women for other women showing
Yeah, that's
off.
women.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we don't
They
care
definitely
about
do.
that.
They be like, oh, I got this.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
it gotta be
like, I
a
don't
name
even know who
brand.
that
This is
person
Gucci and
is.
Fendi and
I
Right.
don't know
With
that.
my brand, I don't even be wanting to wear no name brands for real.
Yeah,
like, I used to
yeah.
wear Calvin Klein, which is a great brand with the way that they make their clothes,
Yes,
quality.
yes.
And I used to wear a lot of their stuff. And it's
Okay.
even now, it's like, what? Well, I don't even really buy clothes anymore because I make
Okay.
them. But
So you wear
and
all
even
your-
like this,
is
I
you?
brought from Tony Vintage and such.
Okay,
But this is a rare, like, I'm not out really buying no bottles of stuff.
okay.
Like, it got to be something that I like that I feel like I'm gonna wear. Like, I'm not about to just buy something.
Okay,
I'd rather make my stuff.
okay.
Word.
So do you go to like regular fabric stores and stuff like that?
Yeah, I go to the shit. If I go out of town on vacation, part of that vacation is going to whatever fabric stores in that city. Like, if I go to Philly, everybody know I'm going to Fleischmann's. They know me.
So you use a sewing machine?
Yes. I have several. Well,
Okay.
when I did the class, those are all mine.
Okay.
Yeah, because you look like you had a pretty big class that day too. I mean,
it was 8 people. It was
that's-
decent for my first one.
Yeah, that's good though.
Okay, you just learned all that by yourself. Just on.
I mean, I went to
From
school
the,
too.
I'm
but
talking about before that, though, from the
Yeah.
muscle to just say this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So, like, is there anything that traces back that lets you know, like, this is
You was
this
a
in
hustler
my
already.
blood? Now, it ain't just this. I don't like just saying
Nah.
hustle because it's more than
Yeah,
anybody
word,
will hustle
word.
some damn
right.
anything.
That's a
like,
fact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know some
absolutely.
hustlers,
we not-
but they ain't making no clothes. They
we
into
talking about
fashion.
we talking about
hustling.
using your creative.
Right, I get what you're
Yeah, I don't
saying.
want to say it's a hustle. I'm talking about. So, was there any like that showed you this was your direction? What was it? Cause like, was there any traces of?
I
that?
grew up around women that wore nice clothes.
Okay.
Like, my brother used to rub on my grandma's stockings.
Okay.
And I used to touch her clothes. Like, she always had good fabrics. That's why it even plays a part in the fabric that I pick out
Okay.
today. Like, I don't get no cheap fabrics.
So the women were always presentable.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, my grandma don't wear sneakers.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
unless she working in the yard.
Okay.
Yeah, we know.
And my mom, my aunts worked for the state and stuff like that, jobs where they dressed up.
Okay. So they.
So that was where I learned about good fabrics and keeping yourself together. My mom always did her hair herself, painted her nails, so I learned how to do all that stuff without having to go to a salon.
Okay.
Then going to the high is where I first started getting the streetwear type of fashion, because that's when everybody come together. You know, everybody in their separate schools. You hit the high, and I'm seeing girlie got we actually had the same outfit on. She had the pink Timbs, the little crazy socks, jean skirt, little shirt. We had something similar on. I'm like, ooh, okay. Toy and them. I tell her, like, seeing her, Toy, and all the sisters, like, they didn't always wear a name brand, but they put stuff together, and it wasn't the same cookie cutter as everybody else. So that was another thing, going to New York. First time going to New York, I was like, oh, shit. Like, it's crazy. There's so many people with so many different styles. It's not like Harrisburg.
Right. So it's definitely easy to stick out, because this is one of them places where we look to the north and we look to the south for our fashion.
Right.
Yeah, so it's definitely like when you see somebody post something, I got this, then somebody else is going to.
Everybody, a lot of these folks.
I get it, because like because it's like that, and you know it's so crazy, because when you go a little bit down south in those North Carolina and certain places, there's fashion is not a highlight, because it's like in the middle, and it's like
they'll still wear food.
So it's like for real. It's definitely like it's like in there before you get to Atlanta, and like down, it's a more sense that way going, but in the middle there, it's like. So it's definitely, and I feel like that's how Harrisburg is. It's like trying to find the identity. Like the Timbs came from Philly and New York dudes, and you know, it's like we don't. And I say that respectfully. Anybody that takes that any type of way, like that's what it is.
We know where it came from.
So like,
we know that wasn't.
So
our
when you see
flavor
people
initially.
like, I wear my brother's stuff. I wear PJ St. Patrick. I wear Banani. I wear people's stuff who like come to me, like I feel like I'm gonna wear your brand, I'm gonna support you. That's what I'm wearing, because it doesn't matter. Like people are like, who's that? I'm cool in it.
Right.
And you ask them because it's something different from y'all going, like you said, getting the clothes off the mannequin.
Everybody got the same outfit.
So you know, I think that it is just a highlight, and it's definitely big that you're able to lock in and just look and be able to create a dress or whatever, a bodysuit, right before you go out. Like that's definitely, it's a talent.
Right.
It's a talent.
I want to ask you, who are some designers that are in the game now that you look up to? Not even look up to, inspire you, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, who inspires you? You see what they got going on. You're like, yo, that's dope right there. Who has that?
I like Balmain.
Okay.
Balmain. Oliver Roostenegger is a designer for Balmain. He's been there for a while, but I like if you pull up their show, it's like different textures, the different colors, the different fabrics. Like when you a big designer like that, it ain't no limit, because you got somebody else, whether you know how to sew or not, you got somebody else to make 100 looks if you want. Right. You just got to pick them and tell them what you want. They make it, y'all. You tell them to fix that. He kills it. Like I love his design.
Yeah, I never heard of the homie, but shout out to him for inspiring folks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, do you have any plans of like putting together a fashion show, or when's your next fashion show?
Don't catch me in all my news, okay? So this year in 2022, I did more fashion shows than I did I've been doing it for 5 years. So I did the most fashion shows this year.
Okay.
Right now, I'm actually taking a break.
Okay.
Oh, really?
This is
Okay.
So basically, I'm trying to figure out what is next. I'm not even saying I'm quitting fashion, but I'm taking a step back to assess how I want to move next.
Okay.
Next year, I was thinking about not doing any fashion shows, and then doing my own fashion show at the end of the year.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly. This is me just saying it, it just was an idea. I didn't really put any plans in motion. But that's what I'm thinking about doing, because I've done it for everybody else, and I'm always all scared, like, oh my gosh, like it's so much work. I could see people doing it, and they doing all this stuff. It'd be messed up. It'd be too much going on backstage.
Right. Yeah,
so I was scared.
Crazy.
I did a fashion show in Philly. That was like one of my first steps
to
doing something.
Philly?
Yeah, not of my own. I participated in Philly Storm of Fashion's fashion show. They saw me online, and matter of fact, inboxed me about the show or whatever. Okay. And I was like, all right, let me see.
All right.
Because I worked backstage at Philly Fashion Week since I was going to school there.
Really? Okay, dope.
And I just never did the show because I was scared. I was like, oh my God, girl. like I know I could do it, but it's work. It's like I really got to be focused. Doing these shows here, it's like I put 10 pieces together, and they already like you already know if they all ain't fired, you already know I'm cold with it.
Yeah,
right.
But if I'm going to Philly, it's not no plan. Like Philly Fashion Week, because that's the first fashion week of Philly, like one of the top ones. So then that's the show came up, and I was like, all right, I need to do this. Like, and that was like a step of me. Basically, that was me taking a step out of my comfort zone. Right. And the next step out of my comfort zone would be to do my own show. Because I'm like scared. Yeah. Okay. I'm scared.
That's what's up.
And I know like it's a lot. It ain't no joke.
Scared into excitement.
Right.
Here we go.
So I like to.
I'm excited.
Like to, yes. Our body doesn't
That's
know.
That's really what it is. That is.
So just keep telling yourself that you're excited about it. It's new. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
And so that answers one of my questions, because I was going to ask you about what's your now goal, like what was you looking to do. So let me ask you in its entirety, what is your end goal? What is the, I don't like to say because it's never over.
Right.
So I don't know why I did put that question and I read it and I'm like, now I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't even really believe in the end goal. Because like it doesn't
as soon as you reach it, you're going to keep
change
the goal.
So it's, keep setting the goals high. So, I mean, at the end of the year, so we're going to just put it on to that fashion show. So in between there, what are you going to do?
In between there, that's kind of like what I'm figuring out now.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty much seeming like the same thing, but I have so many things that I'm working on that I need to organize it to know actually what would be completed this year. So, like, I want to finish school.
Okay.
Because I had those obstacles with school closed and then COVID.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure I'm really, like, about to be done.
Okay.
You only have to go for 2 years, and I went for 2 years between the two schools, but because when you switch, the credits don't always go over. So I know I ain't got that much left.
Right. Okay.
So I would just have to figure out what I need for that. Definitely want to finish that. Got some other stuff I don't know if I want to say, but...
Okay. Keep the secret if you want to.
So... That's a lot of. So how much you gonna put? And you say that's 2 years at both schools rolled in. So how much knowledge would you say that you acquired, and what you learned since you started on this journey? Because I do want to go into a little bit of. I'm big on processes of getting people in line as far as the fashion show. So I'm going to ask you about that, but I want to like. I'm big on learning. I'm big on learning. I'm big on. Not what you attain for your business or whatever it is. I'm big on presentation, how you practice, how you continue to do the work, how do you measure getting better. So I like to measure getting better in things. I don't just do them. I like to be able to see. So from where you started to where you are now, where would you rate yourself?
On like a 1 to 10 scale.
1 to 10, yeah. Half like. I know you're not at your pinnacle.
Probably like, I probably am like halfway.
Okay.
Because I'm just, but it always kind of feels like you just getting
started.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, I get it.
Like, all right, I see the peak of business-wise. I'm like, all right, I'm learning. I done had some good weeks this year. Yeah. But it's just the work of getting it consistent. Yes. Right. So where my best week is my lowest week.
Okay.
Like that's next year to go.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I know you guys. She may rival you as far as social media. Y'all post every day.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be a part of helping you get to that next level? Because you post all the time. Like
definitely. You don't. Actually, as of like the past couple of days, I started scheduling my posts.
Really?
Okay.
Because which I still get on and post some, but I schedule a decent. Like I schedule at least one post a day for the week.
Okay.
So it's so because I feel myself getting into social media, and I also know that's a part of my break. Like I need a break from my phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I be too available for everybody. They want to be holding nonchalant conversations in my inbox. We gotta talk about something because I used to answer everything. You know, we just started out. It's like, all right, cool, hey, everything's good. Now it's like I really ain't got the time. Like my brain is too full to be just sitting around. So I started scheduling them. I haven't scheduled them all, but I've been wanting to do this for so long. Like have a content day.
Right.
Okay.
Where I do all my content in one day, and I've even heard people that are like doing way better than me in social media, like the people that people don't really know, but you all see.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they really sit down one day. She like, like one of the ladies. She like get 3 different outfits, and you just get all your posts done for the week.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I want to be, because that phone, like, I never, and
Yeah.
anybody that knows me, social media ain't
Yeah,
never
yeah,
been
yeah.
for me,
Yeah,
my thing. Anyway.
yeah, like turn it into a work day, make it a full work day.
Right,
So
like I
that-
can really get work
schedule,
done
yeah.
and schedule the post for one day, so that way throughout the week I can just focus on everything
Yeah.
else, and not. Some days you sit down in the morning, I'm trying to write a post, I'm like, I gotta go. I can't
Yeah,
even sit here and
yeah,
just post all these
yeah,
posts
yeah.
and write it out
Yeah.
and figure it out.
Yeah.
You be trying to come up with super exquisite words to say, like,
Listen,
I want it to sound
look,
like that. You like, man, I'm done
Pay
with
attention
this
to my
damn
posts
thing.
this week.
Okay,
I
are these
mapped them
scheduled
out.
this week?
Well, all the posts that are for the sip and sell,
Okay, got you.
even the ones from last week, I
Yeah.
scheduled them.
Okay.
Okay, dope.
So
Good.
I'm like, yeah, I ain't even gotta get on this posting by itself, but I gotta do like schedule 2 more posts per day.
Okay.
It took me like an hour and a half to schedule
Right.
just to sip it. So I was like, oh, I gotta break
So
this
you
down.
want 3 posts a day scheduled
Yep.
on a daily basis.
Yep.
And that's going to take you to that level where you need to be.
Yeah, along with like that's one part of the
Right,
organization
Talk about it.
because it's a lot. Like you gotta posting is all right. I get some sales on social media, but we gotta do footwork too. Like I'm all about being outside, moving around.
Yeah.
So that's another plan I got in motion. I'm getting a mobile store.
Okay.
Oh, word?
Okay.
So I got another plan for that I gotta move around and I'm basically
What's that look like? Go ahead.
I just because I am I'm Marvel. I'm definitely I am.
Oh, she did her little dance.
I am.
Do your little dance.
I'm definitely because I'm glad you're fearless.
She's
So
super
are you
fearless,
just
bro.
going to go at the business side of it, or are you learning business too? Because that plays a major part. 'Cause I see you're stern. I feel the vibe. I know you. Listen, make sure everything's in order. Make sure you're on time. Make sure you got the zipper up.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I see that chart. So are you, as far as the business aspect, are you learning both, or are you just going by trial and error? Are you trying to cut out some of the pitfalls, maybe as far as like financially, or are you mapping out how you're going to do your budget, or what percentage might be needed to do X, Y, and Z, or are you just going to get a lump sum and you're just going to go at like how?
so I would say a little bit of everything.
Okay.
And that's a part of my growth for this break.
Okay.
Of really mapping it out a little better, because I always be like, I told to my grandma, my aunts, I'm like, yeah, I'm playing this. Like, you ain't playing nothing. I just get up and do stuff.
Okay.
Like people even at school, they're like, yo, she just be thinking of the craziest stuff. We was doing a fashion show. We needed to promote. I was like, shit, we about to go right out on the bypass, hold up a sign, hand out
Yes.
flyers.
I forgot.
That
I
joint went
remember
up a
y'all
little
did
bit.
that, but I forgot you did it at the same. That was dope because people were scared to do that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know
that's
what
a
I
part of
mean?
my
So do you write down these? So let
I
me-
write a list for every day.
Okay, so you write with your hand, not in your phone.
Nah, with my hand.
Okay,
I got a book. I got plenty of books.
Yes, I respect people that use a pen.
You got to.
and take notes. Some people don't. Everybody's on.
I
their
learned that
phone.
young.
Their technology.
My
is
grandma told me that.
technology.
She still got notes.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, I do both.
I do both. I got shoes. Yeah, I got
both.
notes in the phone too, because
Penmanship
sometimes.
to me is better retained.
Right.
So
And they say that you're supposed to write it down anyway.
Yeah, so it's whatever energy you want
Right.
to that. But I definitely believe in penmanship, writing things out.
Yeah.
So being organized. I see it. Okay.
So you got your sternness. He was talking about your sternness, how you are committed and dedicated to this. Like, how's that work with your model troop? Because you have models as well.
I just took a break from that too, y'all.
Oh, you took a
my
break?
God.
Okay.
Yeah, I know they was like, dang, why you stop?
You had a gang
Like for
of them,
me,
though.
I work and I don't stop. Like I
Okay.
don't take breaks.
Okay.
When you run in a business and you by yourself, you everything, it's almost like you don't. Didn't have no job. I wasn't working for nobody
Mhm.
besides doing other hustles and stuff. So it's like I got to make this money. It ain't really no days off. I take a day off and be depressed. Like, girl, you know daggone well you need to get up and make like certain amount of money.
Right.
So for me, I would keep going.
Okay.
It's like, all right, ain't no days off. And then it get to the point where I'm just beat. And it's like, all right, well, you either going to take a break, you're going to snap on somebody, you're going to get a little out of control, something going to happen. Like, I got to keep myself centered.
Right.
So a part of that is taking a break. And then on this break, I'm like, I got to map out my breaks.
Okay. So you look like you eat well. You take care of yourself.
Shoot, I was going to the gym. Don't y'all know I ain't go these past 2 weeks?
Talk about it, because I know
I'm about to get it back
you
together.
was heavy
now.
on it. You was running in the summertime. You was
Listen.
doing miles and everything. You got a
I'm
whole
still with
page
it, though.
I can
on
tell.
See, the thing
being
is, though,
healthy.
I want to be in shape, but I don't want to lose no weight.
Okay.
I lost too much weight. I was like, I started looking on my own things. I was like, that is mama right there. I'm trying to get back to her. I'm not trying to be all skinny. I just want like to be toned up.
Right there.
Yeah, I was looking like, dang, I'm not trying to lose that. I looked in the mirror. I said, "Oh my God, girl!" I tried to put my old waist beads on. They dropped all the way down here. I said,
Listen, low key, I be seeing them. They be on your joint. You be like, no sir,
chilling them.
no sir.
Bodysuits.
Listen, no sir. I said, I seen dudes. They was saying all types of crazy stuff in your messages. I was like, dang.
The message I got earlier, I was sitting there I think I was writing my list. I was doing something. The little message popped. I was like, I swear to God, I was like, if anybody could see me, my mouth was stuck for like minutes. And I was like, let me get back to work. I wasn't thinking about it. I'm just like, damn, this is crazy. Wait, no, because I'm like, dang. I was like, he's cool.
Okay.
I was like, he's cool. Like we had conversations and stuff. Like, seemed like a cool person. And I was like, oh shoot, I'm good.
That went.
It was crazy, but I'm good. Like, I don't know. I was like, dang, this probably what dudes be feeling like when girls be all in the inbox acting all crazy.
Listen, but now you definitely holding it down on social media. I love what you're doing because we've been rocking for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I love to see what you have going on. I love to see you working, moving, and you don't, like you said, you don't stop moving. Like I see you posting every day. It's always a new outfit.
But it ain't no break.
No break? You said no break?
I'm taking a break, but it ain't no break for real.
Right.
I'm still working, but I'm just maneuvering my time and my schedule.
Yeah, is that how you, I know you were saying as far as centering, what else do you do to center yourself?
Meditate.
Okay.
Meditate.
I haven't been doing that enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when I write my list every day, it's meditate, stretch, positive affirmations.
Yes.
Good.
I'm big on meditation.
Good.
That's helped me a lot. When I meditate and I'm eating healthy and exercising,
centered.
Oh my God.
Listen, I be trying to tell people about that.
The energy is different.
It is.
Oh my God. I said, wait.
Listen, that's the holy piece right there. When it's all three.
Oh, the Trinity?
Meditation means to become familiar with. So it's coming familiar with yourself, and it's just sitting with yourself. Right. And I do it every morning. Like it's
clear your mind.
Yes, and it is. I say even if you listen to tranquil music and some things like that, it's going to keep you settled. And sometimes people are like, well, my thoughts run all over. Let them run.
That's what they supposed to do.
Let them run. Let them run.
I've had people say it don't work.
Yeah,
so it works.
To me,
you ain't doing it enough.
And you're breathing, yes, and then you're emptying out all the things that you might want to rid yourself of, and you're putting in all the positive things that you want. So it's a process to it, and you keep staying at it until you feel yourself empty of
turn that trap music off.
Yeah, and become familiar with yourself. So that is definitely a big part. So I'm glad you mentioned that. I trust me, I see it. I definitely see. I'm impressed.
Turn that trap music off.
What else?
Because I'll be listening to it and I'm probably going to bang it when I leave.
Me too, but it's going to
like I said, the break and knowing that I need to be censored. My son said, I think you need to, what did he say? It's like, I think you need to stop listening to this rap music because you're starting to be like a little bit mean. Sometimes for no reason. Oh, my son's cold.
So he notices. He is a cold young man.
I'm
like him. He's a cool young boy.
He said it. I'm like, oh, shoot. He be paying attention. Because, like, when I fast sometimes, I'll fast from rap music for 30 days. And, of course, he with me. So I'll be listening to meditation music sometimes or jazz.
Yeah.
And he said it. I was like, oh, shoot. Like, all right, son. I'm going to fast, and then after 30 days, I'm going to sit down and talk to you, and I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about how I'm acting now?
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah, definitely. That's dope. I'm
Listen,
very impressed.
I see you, and you always have me. He's not here today. How does that affect, and how does that help you move and not help you move? Because I know we all have kids, so it's like, sometimes you're like, I'm moving, I can't
bring
you
need
with
help,
me,
man.
but every time I've seen you, he's always been there.
Listen,
you know
as of lately, he's been, but he's been asking, so that's like, can I go to my aunt's house? Can I go to my nana's house? Because, like, I'm not going to call nobody and ask them to watch my son. The only person I would ask, for the most part, is my grandma. But I got to a point where I was like, I'm not asking her no more. She old. She didn't retire. She's still working. Why is she the one that I got to call and ask? Out of everybody in my family, when they all... I ain't even going to go that deep. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he started asking, and it's like, all right, lately, I've been getting a little break. I done started drinking a little bit.
Uh-oh.
You know how I drink.
I know. Last time we talked, you did.
But I was like, shit, that's what happens when you don't get no fucking break. As a mother. For damn near 9 years, not really having too much of a break, always working, always doing shit. And it's like, all right. Son's going, he left the first night. I was like, all right, you know, I'm going to chill, I'm going to work, I'm going to get some money. Second night, I was like, oh, shit, bitch, I'm about to go outside. I'm about to go outside. Where am I at?
Man.
So, I'm getting a little bit of freedom with that, but that's still part of my break, because once I'm done, all that shit's cut off. Ain't no more. I done sat down and watched some movies with him. You know, I'll be trying to take my time and do stuff while I have it, while I'm taking my little break. But I'm like, once it's all done, that TV goes off. Like, I'll go a whole year without watching no TV.
Right.
Movies, no none of that.
Good.
But him being able to go with somebody, it's like, oh, shoot. Like,
he's energetic, too.
That's why I'll be like,
He's
I'm not,
energetic.
people don't be wanting to take my son,
funny.
honey. What?
He's hilarious.
They be like, oh, I'm like, what?
Okay.
If he was here right now, he'd be promoting this second.
You know my
He's
mom, well, she got
hilarious.
something in the car if you...
Yup, if you want it, I got
Yo,
it
I swear.
right there.
He came with me to a pop-up, and no lie, he probably made me $150. Because he was outside like, yo, hey, miss, you want some booty shorts? There's some booty shorts here for you.
Word.
This dude walking down the street limping. He said, oh, dang, I see you limping, man. We got something here for your leg. I'm like, oh, my God, that's
He's
enough,
cold.
son. But he'd call him, he'd hustle, he was stopping cars and everything.
Well,
I
that's
said,
what's
oh, my
up,
son
man.
ain't playing. He gonna know.
Nah, he ain't
He
playing.
gonna have his own business.
He definitely ain't playing.
Yeah, but when I get a break from him, it helps. Like, hopefully it could be more scheduled to, like, when I'm ready to start working again, that he could possibly...
But so, because I know some people will use their children as an excuse. He's no excuse to stop. Just so,
Hell no,
just
we
so we let
rocking
the
out.
people know.
You heard me. I was like, it's somewhere for him to sit.
Yeah, I already
He'll
know.
be all right.
All right.
I do know. So, he's been at, what, every photo shoot we had?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honey, he
So-
be down.
So if you can give somebody that's anyone one piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't stop.
Mm.
Be smart and innovate. If something ain't working, stop. Don't keep trying to do the same thing. Really stop and think.
Okay.
Like, what do you need to change to make sure that it's going to work? Like me taking a break now. I don't want to take no break. I almost feel bad. Like, you know, like I said, when you working, you don't want to stop.
Right.
It's like, all right, you got to make sure things are still flowing. But at the same time, if you ain't right,
Ain't nothing going
I like my energy to be right even when I'm sewing a piece.
Yes,
I will stop
absolutely.
and meditate
Yes.
or just go out for the day and get some air.
Right.
Because I believe, like they say, you don't take clothes from anybody and all that. That
Yeah.
energy and stuff is in there.
Don't take anything.
I like to put that out when I put my pieces out. I'll listen to certain types of music and everything, depending on what I'm making.
So so let me ask you this: what 3 books would you recommend?
3 books?
Yep.
Dang, so you got me. I haven't been reading like that in a long time. But, Queen of Fua.
Okay.
See, it's hard to say because I would say her, and then like for me, you like into
Give me whatever
spiritual
you
and
got.
stuff like that.
Whatever you got.
I would say study all religions.
Yeah, I'm
Study all religions. Queen of Fu is a good one because it's womb health, and she talks about a lot of things for the woman and the man. It's a long book though, super long book.
Okay.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Okay. I'm big on reading, so I asked everybody that question.
Yeah, I've been talking about getting back to reading. I got a trip to the library coming up.
All right. That's
Are
good.
Are you scheduled a trip to the library?
Yeah, it's a date.
Hey, turn up. That's a good thing.
It's a date. I don't be doing much. That's the type of stuff I like to do.
So, fellas.
Oh, no, it's already scheduled.
So
It's already scheduled.
So what one thing that you would want people to remember about you? He's starting stuff.
Yo.
I'm trying to tell you. I told him don't start no shit.
Honey,
He
already trying to put
That's
some...
why I told him don't.
Yo.
He over here trying to
They
start
gonna
it.
hear this and be like, yo.
Listen,
No, I'm
listen,
sorry.
I told him don't start
Don't get your
that.
feelings hurt, fellas.
Facts.
Do not get your
Big
feelings
facts.
hurt listening to my ass.
Listen.
I'm trying to tell you.
I swipe on somebody so fast.
Oh, my goodness.
Make it make sense.
So what would you want people to remember about you?
Remember about me? That I'm loyal. I'm a real one. I ain't no snake like some of these bitches. You feel me? And these niggas.
Dang.
A real one. Like, know that I'm really about everything that I say I'm about.
Okay.
And it ain't nobody that can't say that I'm not. Because if 9 times out of 10, if I said it, it's happening.
Okay.
Unless it's something negative that it really shouldn't be happening anyway, and I pull myself back.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want no negativity.
Okay.
It ain't anybody that's really been around me and know me, they'll know that, like, she's somebody that if you call her, she's coming.
Okay.
Like,
the growth is real too. Real growth, yeah, real growth.
I hope no one's calling you for anything bad. Just keep all your this response to all the people that's pulling you in positive and.
Nah, people don't call me for nothing bad. They know, like, and if they know me, they know I ain't that anyway. I ain't no fighter and drama and stuff like that. Now, if I'm standing right there and somebody's just beating you down, I'm going like sort it out a little bit, but I'm not.
That's a polite way
you're
to
not
put
gonna
it.
call me and say, "Yo, I'm about to get into this drama." Like, baby. Because if I'm getting anything, I ain't never really called nobody.
Okay.
So yeah, remember me as somebody that's there, that's about what she say she about.
All right.
I believe it. I know you, so I know you about what you say you about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you got any more questions for her, Bishop?
That's it. That's what I got.
Hey.
Definitely thank you for coming on.
Definitely.
Yes. I'm glad y'all brought me out here because I'm taking a break. I'm like, oh God. I know I was going to end up saying it.
I appreciate it.
No, because you my homie.
Right.
Like I said,
I said, oh, he called him coming. Like, y'all pretty much
we've been
look
homies for a minute. Like, and I see what you do every single day. And I'm like, I'm super happy for you because that's dope. Like, we know so many.
You don't be feeling like
to
I be
me,
doing too much.
no, stop that. I
It don't like
because
it.
listen, y'all are two. In my opinion, as somebody who sits back and watches everything that goes on, y'all are the two hardest working people in the city. In my opinion, that's no cap. I'm not even bullshit. You know me.
I'm a consistent fool.
A consistent fool, and she's the same way. And I appreciate that, and I admire that in watching y'all work. So that's why I was like, yo, she has to. You know what I mean? She got to get because she worked like you work, and I just thought it would be a dope interview, and it was a dope interview, man. I'm happy to have you on here. You my nigga, Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But listen, folks.
Yes.
This was another episode of Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes, sir.
If you enjoyed this, you could go check us out on YouTube at Quit the Cat Podcast.
Do that.
You could check us out on Anchor at Quit the Cat Podcast.
Do that.
You can check us out on Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, iHeart. Come on now. What you talking about? We getting names up here? Yeah. You can check us out everywhere, man. Not everywhere, but them spots I just named, we there. We getting there.
We there.
Do that.
Make sure y'all check us out, man. This has been another dope ass interview.
Where can they find
Oh, my bad. I apologize. Tell us.
So y'all can find me on Instagram at gifted_717. Facebook is the same. Definitely didn't have to create 2 new pages, but it's all right. It's back lit. And gonna get even more lit.
Okay.
Litty.
Check out my website, Gifted by Laurealle, LAUREALLE.com.
All right.
Just get at me.
Get at her like she said, and make sure y'all get at us too. Quit the Cat Podcast. It's your boy BP alongside the Bishop.
Sir.
We had the pleasure of interviewing with Miss Laurealle Collins of Gifted by Laurealle.
Yes.
We thank you again for coming through. And yo, peace to the gang. We love y'all, man.
All right.
Keep tuning in.
Peace.
Quit the Cat Podcast. I holla. Peace to the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast.